Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, thank you. So, well, my name is Ricardo. I'm from Brazil, as he said, and I'm here today because I believe in my dream. And my dream, realizing human relationships. And, I want to be like a bit different. I want to see people laugh. I want to make people happy. I want to see people change. And this might be a bit easier or not using this small mask. Anyway, I, my family raised me up in an environment of justice, respect, dignity, and they were passionate about volunteer jobs. And this created a huge impact on me. And I didn't know exactly how this could happen, but suddenly things started to happen. Anyway, I was, as any kind of normal kid, I was very playful. I was changing everything that I want, whatever I want. Uh, but as life is always normal, people start to say to me, Ricardo, you have to grow up. You have to be a man. And I was like, okay, so I have to follow what they are saying to me. I have to grow up. So I started to grow up, and when I started to be in touch with girls, I realized that I should have money. I don't know why, but I was like cycling with my bicycle, really happy. Cling, cling. And I started to see my friends all coming with scooters. And all the girls was like, wow, look, and was just with my bicycle. So yeah, I took my decision and I decided I'm gonna start to work. And off I went when I was 14 years old. And a few months later, I make enough money to buy my own scooter. So yeah, I got my scooter and I got the girls. So it was fine so far. And what happened was that, anyway, a few 7 years later, more or less, yeah, no, actually, yeah, more or less in 1998, at the same time that I started work, Patch Adams became famous by the movie about clown in hospitals. And I found this really interesting. And I was like, wow, I want to do this. I want to be like a clown in hospitals, might be interesting. And me and my brother, my elder brother, decided to go together. And both of us fall in love. He found a girl, and now is her wife, his wife, yeah. It's his wife. And I fall in love for this small mask of clown. I started to see a different way of seeing life. So I was doing everything, and nothing really big started to happen. So in more or less 2008, yeah, 2008, I was working in São Paulo, and I saw a really tragic accident happen when an aircraft was coming from the south of Brazil to São Paulo, and while landing, didn't stop and crashed into a building, taking 199 lives that day. And for me, I was traveling a lot because I was finishing my MBA in marketing, improving sales around Brazil. So, not a big deal. I have to continue flying. So I was at this exactly 1 month later this accident. I was in the airplane coming from the same flight from the same city at the same time. So I was like, okay, I didn't realize that was happening. But what happened was that the pilot, suddenly, I was sitting in my chair, and then just happened like this. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the captain speaking. We'd like to inform you that we have a problem in our aircraft. And the problem is on the brakes, so we have to change the airport. Otherwise, we're going to have the same accident again. What? What? No, 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 no. Oh my God. So we started to go to this airport, and then I was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out. This whole silence into the aircraft. And then suddenly we start to go procedure to land, and then and I stop for a few seconds. You know that movie, that pass of your life coming, and was exactly as the movie says that. But one strange thought I had in that moment, that was, God, if I don't die today, please, I want to have the opportunity to be a clown. I was like, what? I thought before, before I die, I want to have a girl, you know. But no, I was like, I want to be a clown. Oh, my God. But anyway, I didn't know how to do it. But something magical started to happen. That was my grandmother. She came to me.
Oh, Ricardo, are you still doing that thing as a clown?
Yes, grandmother. Why?
Oh, because you're following the roots of her family.
Which roots?
Well, my elder brother used to have a circus in Brazil in 1930, and all the family worked there, including myself. Do you like to see some pictures?
Yeah, of course. So she saw me. This is one of the pictures of the circus that they had in that time. And here is my grandmother with another brother. And the two clowns, that's also part of the family. And I was like, grandmother, why didn't told us before?
Well, you know, people don't like circus these days, you know, just Cirque du Soleil, this kind of thing. Oh, I don't know.
And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Was a kind of sign for me. I was like completely breathless. I was like, wow, this is something. Anyway, but life is amazing, so something else started to happen. I was in a big meeting, big sales meeting, and the directors had select Wellington Nogueira, that is the founder of NGO in Brazil called Doutores da Alegria, that goes to the hospitals, but they are professional actors. And I was like, wow, we're gonna have Wellington. I'm a huge fan of him. And then suddenly happened again. The marketing manager came to me and said, Ricardo, we're gonna have Wellington, and we know that you are a clown. So we want you to perform with him on stage.
Me?
Yes, of course. And then I said, okay, it's a nightmare because I didn't know how to be a clown, but, was my big fan. Wow. Actually, anyway. So what happened was that we went to this performance together, and everything was okay. And like a big applause, everybody liked it. And I was like, yeah, I made it. But a few friends of mine came to me and said, Ricardo, we saw your eyes shining in a way that we never saw before when you were working here with marketing. And then I was like, okay, so, yeah. So Wellington became a friend. And by the way, this is Wellington Nogueira. And I decided it was time to study clown. And off I went. Yeah, I'm going to do my clown training. And when I stopped there, I found myself in a big problem because it's terrible to be a clown. Like, it's so difficult. You see people like, but you have to be playful. And I had grown up. I was an adult without knowing how to use my body anymore. I was just using my mind. And secondly, you have to be ridiculous. Not just be ridiculous, but you have to find the ridiculous on you. And you have to be proud of this and show to people. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, I fall in love again. I was like, yeah, it's exactly what I want to do. So at the same time, my life in marketing was getting boring and boring. So my boss helped me a lot. He said, follow your dreams, Adrian. you are fired. So I was like, woo, yeah, now I have time. And yeah, what should I do? And I decide, now I'm going to London to visit a school that my friends told me about called LISPA. And this school, it's a school of performing arts. And I said, okay, I'm going to London, it will be fun. And I went to London, and I started to walk through this big, huge space. And it was a big studio of TV, like huge. And I was like, wow, I wanna study here. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the teacher's awesome. And I was like, yeah, perfect. But as life is hard, the prices and plus the cost of living in London. So impossible. So I spent 1 year trying to do a few courses and also study English. That's not so good. Anyway, and bartending. And the first weeks of bartending for me was really difficult because I felt like, oh my God, I'm cleaning this floor at the end of the night, and I'm supposed to be in Brazil with girls, with sun, and you know. But something inside of me was like, you have to do this. This is your dream. Go for it. And then my visa expired. I came back to Brazil, and I was, my God, what happened? What happened here? Nothing. I realized that the life of my family and friends doesn't change it. Nothing. They did the same thing for 1 year, and I had lived so much in this 1 year. So I thought, I'm different. I have to do something, and I'm going back to London. I'm going to apply for a scholarship. But they got, a few months to give me an answer, so I started to find a job because I need money. And then the only thing that I knew how to do was marketing. So I started to work in a company again. And in the same week that I signed the contract, bling, my email. Congratulations, you are accepted in our school and you are very welcome, you got the scholarship. Was the worst weekend of my life. I couldn't think, like, how can I manage this? And I realized that I couldn't work anymore in London because of the change of law and blah, blah, blah. So I have to do something. And I told them, I have to work a little bit here, make money, and then I go back. And they accept this. So in September 2012, I supposed to leave the company at the end of the year. But they decided before this to close that unity. And the problem was that they, instead of fire me, they offered me a job, a new position of marketing manager in Brasilia. That was the capital of Brazil. That is the capital of Brazil. So they offered me a good salary, lots of benefits, and I was like, wow. Scooters, girls, being happy, make people happy. And it was easy that time. I came to them and said, hi, CEO, thank you very much for this opportunity, but put me on the list of firing people. And I just 6 months ago flew to London and started this journey that is really difficult because I'm learning again after 13 years of working in marketing how to use my body again. So I'm not a professional clown yet, but I know that I'm in the right way. I know that if following my dream, I'm going to be where I want to be. I want to make people happy, and I know that I'm going to be able to do this. So my message here today is that follow your dreams and help people to follow their dreams. Yeah. So I would like to share a video now about fun and playfulness that is related to our theme of this TED. So please enjoy.
Fun is a necessity, not a luxury. I know that you have a lot of responsibilities, and that you need a steady flow of time, money, and other resources. But regular doses of fun can help you to accomplish your goals. You may protest that you don't have enough time, money, or energy to play. Yet I can assure you that playfulness is a wonderful investment that yields immediate returns. When you have fun and laugh, you relax. This relaxation gives you a greater inflow of ideas, spiritual connections, confidence to follow your instincts and energy. With the new inspirations and energy, you can better manifest your desires. Your relaxed and radiant personality attracts wonderful and helpful people to you. Your positive outlook creates new opportunities for you. When you look at life in this way, you can't afford not to have fun. So have fun!